Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video we are going to discuss about socket module. In my previous video I discussed about the list of modules that I am going to explain. So these are the list of modules that I am going to explain in this series. Totally these modules are used for pen testing purpose. So I took decision to make you learn about these modules. So that is the main reason that I am doing this series. Okay, let's get started our socket module. About our socket module, so what is the definition of socket? Socket is nothing but endpoints of a bidirectional communication channel. In simple, we can assume that the socket is a socket is a composition of local host and local port. It is used to connect two computers or two processors or two protocols. So for that purpose, the sockets are used. So socket can be created between two processes or two protocols or between two computers. So that is the process of socket. To establish a connection between two process, we use socket. So in Python there is a socket module. For that you need to pass some of the arguments that will be discussed in this next slide. So these are the arguments that you need to pass to the socket object. So the first three arguments are mandatory that you need to pass to the socket object, and last two arguments that are optional. If you need extra functionality, then you need to pass these two arguments also. But I am not going to show about the applications of the arguments. I will show in the later video that I am going to do how to create a reverse shell using socket module in Python. In that I am going to discuss about these arguments, but in this video I am going to discuss about in brief. So the domain, I mean this argument is used to indicate the protocols that we are going to use. So so many protocols will be composed in AFINET, PFINET, PF Unix and so on. So if you need to, or if you want to use some set of protocols, then you need to use some set of domain. So one domain, so that domain consists of all protocols like TCP protocol or UDP protocol. For that purpose, the domain is used to select our protocols. So the type of the protocol, after mentioning the domain, you need to mention the type of the protocol. As the type of the protocols will be composed in the domain, and you need to choose one of the protocol here. If you passed sock stream as the argument to the object, it will register as it is a connection oriented protocol. So it is indirectly saying that we are going to use a TCP protocol. And if you use sock dg ram if you pass sock dg ram to the socket object, then it will indirectly prompts to UDP protocol. Means I think all people are network experts in network. If not, just make a point. Connection oriented protocols means TCP protocol, and connection less oriented protocol means UDP protocol, user datagram protocol. And here what is a protocol? If you want to use a variant of protocol within a domain, then you need to mention the protocol. If not, then you can pass as 0. And here host name may be a string or a number, but not composed of a string and number at a time. So that is about host name. Here port is nothing but a tunnel that which is used to listen the connections from our server. So that is about port. And here this slide is about server socket methods, and the bind method is used to bind the host and port. That is the purpose of bind method in socket module. And here in listen, The listen method is used to listen the connections. So if any client making the, if any client making the connection to server, then we need to use listen to accept that connection. So that is the purpose of listen method. And here accept method will passively accept the TCP client connection. That is the purpose of accept method. And here one and only client socket method, that is connect object dot connect. To use the particular method, you need to use that object dot connect. This method will initiate our TCP connection. And here are the general socket methods. And receive means receive the message, send means send me the message, and so on. And here in networks, in socket, one of the fundamental point you need to know, after using the socket you must close the connection. After using and transmit, transferring the content, then you need to end up the connection. So for that purpose we are going to use the close method in sockets. And here get host name will returns the socket host name. So that is the purpose of get host name method here. And enough with the theory, let's go to practical session. I'm going to write the Python program in Visual Studio Code. You people need to configure and install the Visual Studio Code. I already mentioned the process in my x86 assembly playlist. You can review the video. I am going to leave the link in the description. You can make a view. We are going to set up the server. We are going to write the server program first, and then we are going to write the client server, client program. Import socket, we are going to import the socket module. Right here we are going to create a socket object using this thing socket off. It will create the object for socket module. And here we are going to get the host name or address by using the get host name method. This method is already discussed in our PowerPoint. And we are going to select the port randomly as 1 2 3 4 5. You can choose any number of port in between 0 to 65,535, as the port ranges from 0 to 65,535. And to bind to the client you need to use bind method. And to listen the connection we are going to set up the listener, and the 5 connections is the maximum connections that it can accept. Here we are going to accept the connection by using accept method. And to know the confirmation we are going to write a simple message after accepting the connection from the client by using the print. And then we are going to send a connection, send a message to client that our connection got succeeded. At last we need to use close method, because after using the socket you need to close the connection, so that you must use the close method. Okay, our server program has been ready. Let's start writing our client program. Yes, the get host name will the get host name method will returns the host name, and it will get stored into our host variable. And here is the port that we are going to use. The port that we used in server and our client must be the same. So that's why I used the port number as 12345. And to connect with our client, to connect with our server, we are going to use connect method. At last we are going, here our server sent a message, one message called thanks for connecting, and that and we are going to print that message using receive method, and here I passed 1024 bytes. You can this is this argument will accept that the message that is received by our server. If you want to allocate more space, you can allocate by typing greater than 1024. That is your wish. So everything got set up. Let's compile our server program first. Okay, our server program has been compiled and waiting for the connection, and it's listening for it. And while true, if it is true, then this process will get done. Let's compile our client program also. Okay, one parenthesis. Okay, I gave an extra parenthesis. See here, we got the connection established successfully, and here we got our message printed on the monitor. Thanks for connecting. At here also we got our message got connection from 127.0.0.1, as it is a local host. This is the IP address and this is the port number, I think so, but I don't know why the 1235 port got used. It is not used in this connection. I don't know. It might be the problem in my Linux system. So this is how we write the simple client server program. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe, and I will do the next video about creating a reverse shell in Python using socket module. If you like the content in this video, please do like and subscribe. Happy learning. Have a great day.